The baddest man on the planet versus the Soviet super soldier. Brooklyn's nightmare against the lab-created destroyer. When unstoppable force meets immovable object, only one survives. Welcome to hell. This is Mike Tyson versus Ivan Drago. Mike Tyson wasn't born a monster. He was built by pain. Growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, young Mike was bullied for his high-pitched voice and lisp. By 13, he'd been arrested 38 times. Then Cus D'Amato saw potential in this damaged kid and adopted him, transforming a criminal into a boxing scientist. Tyson would study fight footage obsessively, watching the same knockout 50 times to understand mechanics. He memorized Jack Dempsey's movement patterns, incorporating peekaboo defense that made him untouchable. At 20, he became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. But here's what shocked opponents. Tyson studied psychology. He'd destroy fighters mentally before the bell, stating he wanted to drive their nose bone into their brain. His 58% knockout ratio remains legendary, with 44 victories before round 4. When opponents heard fear in their own corner's voice, Mike Tyson had already won. Ivan Drago was Cold War propaganda made flesh. 6'5", 261 pounds of Soviet engineering. Created by his scientist wife Ludmila, Drago's training defied nature. Computerized analysis tracking every punch's force, monitoring recovery in real time. What made Drago terrifying was his conditioning. Trained in sub-zero Siberian temperatures, his body adapted to punishment that would hospitalize normal athletes. His punching power measured over 2,000 pounds per square inch, enough to break ribs through gear. The Soviet program had one philosophy: win at cost. Drago's "I must break you" wasn't trash talk, it was programming. He killed Apollo Creed in the ring without remorse, viewing opponents as obstacles to destroy. He felt no fear, no hesitation, no humanity, just calculated destruction. Evander Holyfield, who fought Tyson twice, said, "Prime Mike was the most dangerous fighter I faced. Explosive power from impossible angles. But Drago's different. He's bigger, stronger, feels no fear. Tyson's advantage is speed and ring IQ. If Mike can't finish Drago early, that size becomes a nightmare." Teddy Atlas, former trainer of Tyson, said, "Tyson combined bad intentions with brilliant technique. Drago's pure power and size, but Mike fought bigger men his whole career. The question is whether Drago's programming can handle Mike's psychological warfare, and whether peekaboo can neutralize that freakish reach." George Foreman said, "I've never seen Tyson's combination of speed and power in a heavyweight. Drago hits like a truck, but Mike hit like lightning, striking twice. This comes down to whether science can beat savagery." Tyson's camp was a monastery of violence. 5 a.m. runs in army boots, building legs and mental toughness. Cus D'Amato believed fights were won in pre-dawn darkness, where only the committed survived. 12 rounds on heavy bags, developing body shots that crumpled opponents. 8 rounds of mitt work, perfecting slip and rip combinations. 6 rounds sparring his signature move, slipping outside the jab, stepping in with devastating uppercuts. For Drago, Tyson would watch Rocky IV repeatedly, analyzing that mechanical style for patterns. He'd train specifically against taller opponents, working angles to get inside that reach, drilling body shots to break Soviet conditioning. And he'd sharpen his greatest weapons: speed, precision, and the ability to make opponents quit mentally. How did Ivan Drago prepare for a fight? Drago's preparation was pure Soviet methodology, systematic, scientific, brutal. Training in Siberian freezing conditions, his body learned to function under stress that would shut down normal athletes. Computers tracked punch velocity, impact force, heart rate, and recovery. His heavy bag work maintained 2,000 plus PSI punching power. He'd spar with multiple opponents in full gear, practicing to break them physically and mentally. His conditioning included altitude training, ice baths, and pharmaceutical recovery. For Tyson, Drago's team would program counters to peekaboo style. They'd use his 84-inch reach to keep Tyson distant, jabbing to control range. Drago would condition his core to absorb Tyson's body shots. Ludmilla would remind him, Tyson's intimidation only works on those who feel fear, something Soviet programming eliminated. Analysis. Prime Tyson was 5'10", 220, zero fat, all explosive muscle. His 71-inch reach forced him to master closing distance. His true gift was hand speed, punches clocked at middleweight velocity with heavyweight power. His 20-inch neck absorbed shots that would knock out normal fighters. Drago stood 6'5", 261, with 84-inch reach, 13 inches over Tyson. That size generated power through longer levers. His conditioning bordered on superhuman, recovery and pain tolerance enhanced beyond natural limits. Mentally, Tyson fought with controlled rage through technique. His confidence came from psychological destruction, but that confidence was fragile. When intimidation failed, Tyson sometimes crumbled. Drago had no psychology to exploit, programmed, not motivated. He felt no fear, doubt, or hesitation. But that lack of humanity was weakness. He couldn't adjust emotionally, couldn't dig deep when hurt because he'd never learned to fight from the heart. Speed and technique versus size and power. Street forged versus laboratory perfection. Fighter versus weapon. Arena and rules. Madison Square Garden. 12 3-minute rounds, standard 10-ounce gloves, 10-point must scoring. 20-foot square ring, large enough for Drago's reach, small enough for Tyson to cut off escape. Both in absolute prime. Tyson at 21, youngest champion, and Drago as he appeared against Apollo. Angelo Dundee in Tyson's corner, Ludmilla's team opposite. Pure boxing rules, one goal: determine the ultimate knockout artist. Cold War tension meets Brooklyn grit. Science versus streets. The boxing world holds its breath.
The bell rings. Tyson explodes forward, slips Drago's jab, and rips a left hook to Drago's ribs that echoes. Drago doesn't flinch, countering with a straight right Tyson barely avoids. Even the miss creates wind. Drago's jab finds Tyson's forehead twice. Mike responds with a 3-punch combination, landing clean. Drago absorbs them like rain. Round 2, Tyson cuts the ring. Drago throws a huge overhand that Tyson rolls under, exploding with an uppercut catching Drago's chin. The Soviet's head snaps, but his feet don't move. Tyson's eyes widen. That would have dropped anyone else. Drago's jab cross backs Tyson up. Size is becoming a factor. Round 4, pattern emerges. Tyson's winning exchanges with speed, but Drago's landing heavier shots. A right hand catches Tyson flush. Blood. The crowd gasps. Tyson attacks Drago's body with vicious hooks. Drago breathes harder, but shows no pain. Round 6 is Tyson's masterpiece. He fakes low. Drago drops his guard. Mike unleashes his uppercut left hook. Drago stumbles backward. First vulnerability shown. Tyson swarms with combinations from impossible angles. Drago covers up, surviving on toughness. Round 7, Drago stalks forward throwing bombs. A right clips Tyson's temple, knees buckle. Drago attacks, sensing victory. Tyson clinches, hearing Cuss's voice. Make a miss. He moves, making Drago swing at air, countering with precision. Round 9 is war, both marked, Tyson's eye swelling, Drago's ribs bruised. They trade center ring. Tyson slips a jab, lands a perfect liver shot. Drago's mouth opens, first crack in Soviet armor. Mike attacks the body relentlessly. Round 11, Tyson needs the finish. He feints to the body. Drago's hands drop. Tyson unloads, right uppercut landing with everything. Drago's head snaps violently. Left hook turns his body. Knees wobble. Tyson attacks with controlled fury. Head combination, crushing body shot, then the finish. Right uppercut, left hook, puts Drago down for the first time ever. Count begins. Drago rises at 8, pride refusing to quit, but his eyes are unfocused. Final minute, they exchange. Tyson sharper. Final combination, jab, right hand, left uppercut, drops Drago again. He doesn't beat the count. Referee waves it off at 2:47 of 11th round. It's over. The referee raises Tyson's arm. Mike walks to Drago's corner, extending his glove. Drago, showing emotion beyond programming for the first time, nods with respect and touches gloves. Tyson's honest. Drago's the strongest man I ever fought. Those shots would have killed most fighters, but size don't matter if you're getting hit by someone you can't see. I broke him down, made him human. Brooklyn beat the lab. Drago through a translator. He is faster than computer predicted, stronger than data showed. I underestimated the heart. He deserves victory. The win cements Tyson's claim, the perfect combination of speed, power, technique, and mental warfare. Even against superhuman conditioning, championship skill with bad intentions prevails. Tyson versus Drago, 11 rounds of pure destruction. Iron Mike takes the knockout, but Drago proved he was every bit the machine we feared. What's your take? Did we capture both fighters accurately? Drop your thoughts below. Who should these legends fight next? If you enjoyed this, smash that like button and subscribe to Legacy Untold TV. Hit the notification bell for more impossible fights. What's the dream fight you're dying to see? Let us know. Until next time, keep the legacy alive.